Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, November 19th. And if we look at the time lapse, it'll be a pretty short one today because we had to edit it out just a little bit. But you'll see plenty of activity on Sunday despite all the kind of nasty weather we've been having. We opened up around 10 a.m. and we took in 100,000 bushel of corn, so it got pretty busy during the afternoon and evening hours. And as the headlines go, it'll be below normal temperatures pretty much the entire week. We'll warm up on Friday into the 40s, but with that warmer temperatures for late this week into the weekend, we'll see a chance of rain come in by next weekend, so it could be a pretty wet weekend. But for this week, looks like we'll have very limited moisture, and that should allow a lot of harvest operations to continue. As far as our normals for the day, our normal high is 45, the normal low is 29. And if we look at the conditions yesterday, here in Breckenridge, we had a high of 36, a low of 26.8, no precipitation, about a half inch of snow on the ground. And so far for the month of November, we're running pretty chilly, 2.7 degrees below normal per day. So a very cold month so far. Sunrise this morning is 7:37. It'll set tonight at 5:10. And if we look at the next slide, you can see this is the snowfall so far for the 2018-2019, and we'll update that here pretty much every couple of days or whenever we have snow. You can see we're at 6.7 inches of snow. The normal snowfall for the month of November is 3 inches for the entire month, so we're over 200% above normal, so a pretty snowy start to the season. And if we look at the winter wheat crop snow cover, you can see what we have in the blue is the air temperatures, the low temperatures air. We have the black line indicating the 2-inch temperatures, and then in the solid green, that's snowfall, and then in the orange, that is the snow depth per day. And again, we'll continue to update that all winter long. If we look at temperatures this morning, mainly in the 20s across much of the area. The cool spot, 23 at Newaygo. The warm spot over at Henderson at 29.6. And if we look at the satellite view, it looks worse than it is. A lot of this is a pretty moisture-starved system, but snow showers will develop across the area here later on today. And again, there could be a dusting in many areas to as much as an inch or so as you get closer to the lake effect areas. But again, this will not be a big system, and we have another system coming in for later Tuesday into Wednesday. But overall, these systems this week will be moisture starved as they dive out of Canada towards the Great Lakes. There won't be a lot of moisture to work with. So for this work week, again, very limited amount of precipitation is expected. And you can see on the radar some of those snow showers now moving into the area. So again, it'll be enough to grease up the roads just a little teeny bit. But for the most part, this should be a pretty non-event for much of the area. And if we look at the weather map this morning, you can see low pressure systems. And again, we'll get a series of these systems dropping out of Canada. They'll do two things. One, they'll be quite limited as far as moisture, but they will bring some snow shower activity, and they will also reinforce the cold air. In fact, as we get into Thanksgiving morning, we could start out Thanksgiving Day with low temperatures down into the mid to upper teens, so some very chilly air no doubt coming this way. And again, you can see the next clipper system dropping down across the northern states, and again, that'll just continue to reinforce this cool week, and we'll begin to warm up again as we finally see this last in a series of fronts bring one more shot of cold that'll quickly move off to the east, and then we'll get into kind of a zonal or a split flow. And again, we certainly don't see the big warm up that we were hoping for about a week to 10 days. As we begin to turn the month to December, I think we're going to be looking at potentially some very deep mid-winter type cold that might be coming down, and we'll take a look at that here throughout the week. As far as precipitation over the next 7 days, about 2/10. A little bit of this will come here over the next couple of days, and I think you're going to see this moisture really increase here in later model runs here over the next couple of days when we start to talk about the precipitation for next weekend into early the following week, as a couple of systems will be coming our way. So in about 2 days from now, I think we'll see a lot of this, maybe more in the way of half-inch to inch type rains as we get in towards next weekend with the first system and with the second system early the following week. As far as snowfall, again, very limited snowfall across much of the lower peninsula and into southwest Ontario. The heaviest will be well to the north as you get up closer into the UP and into farther north into Ontario. As far as the forecast goes, again, much of this week, temperatures will be in the 30s by day, 20s at night, except for the cold shot that'll come in Thanksgiving morning when temperatures again will get well down into the teens. and we'll see temperatures warm up into the low, possibly in the mid 40s as we get into Friday and Saturday. And with that warmer temperatures, we'll see a pretty good chance of rain Friday night, but especially for Saturday into early Sunday, a little bit of a break, and then maybe another system as we get into next Monday. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.